We are going to go ahead and sing Music Box of Fate. I'm slightly embarrassed.
I love me some Music Box of Fate. I might like it a lot. It might be amazing. I like that she's doing something different. Definitely more speech level singing.
Then one day, when every melody had been played.
This is cool. So she's doing speech level singing, but she's respecting the aesthetic of the music by making it very legato. That's a lovely decision. So what is legato? Legato is basically smoothness between, from note to note. So if I do, we're using this coffee stirrer here for a little bit, help me with my breath. When every melody had been played. That would be legato. It's very high, this is challenging. When every melody had been played. Right, that's more, I guess, I'm giving accents to the notes. Oftentimes with speech level singing, you're doing less, so you can use your articulators more, and you don't have to sustain and all that. But to do the best of both worlds, use your own singing, use your own voice, and then, but appreciate the aesthetic of the piece, and it's very respectful, but distinct. That's a lot of control. It's very gently done, very elegantly done. And she's leaving herself a lot of room for dramatic, right? I maybe, and sometimes I might on this particular part am too ready to be like, I can do this not real loud. Someone do it real loud. Found. Lovely. When I do it, sometimes I go a little too hard. Found. Okay. Now we're here. What do I do then? Okay, am I gonna, we're in the beginning of the song. What am I doing, right? So this is really cool. She had a little twang here. All right, this is like a little nugget for me. I'm like, ooh, I'm about to hear some power. All right. Again. So that's I wasn't even paying attention that she wasn't contracting the AS. So squealo, what we use to project over an orchestra. This is twang. We use it, it's used in folk singing and metal and all this other stuff. But this is how I highlight frequencies that cut over the orchestra. It's very idiomatic. But on a microphone, it's completely unnecessary. So that she's kind of bringing it in and out at will. It's actually, okay. This person's got control. Person's got control. I'm getting a little excited. This vowel is tough. Got an artist, ladies and gents. Yeah, she's bringing in more power gradually over each phrase. The level of deliberateness. I feel called out. When I do this, I'm just like, more power? Why not? Dope. Perhaps even doperino, peachy keen, bee's knees. I'll take all the above. Interesting vowel on fire. Oh. I love when people nail this. the vowel modification on heart, it's like swoon. Oh, yeah. So this vowel modification here. So difficult, brighter than heaven's star. The T, I feel, might have gotten out of, like, her larynx is a little high here, and it's like a more of a brittle sound than I think what she, this might be a choice. So I just want to hear it again. This is live, right? Yeah, so she's not getting like maximum resonance on brighter than heaven's star with her vowel choice there. Could be intentional, but when you don't prioritize like the resonance, it can almost like it's you're almost setting yourself up to like crack your voice sometimes. So it's very much on the edge what she's doing there. It could be deliberate entirely. It's live. Okay, well, damn. This gives me faith. This is, I do this too. I straight tone on when your song resounds. So you have the trumpets going. So you want to be dramatic, but if in opera, you actually are killing a lot of your volume if your sense of vibrato. So like, you know, this contrast in the phrasing, it's so tempting. Riku did such a good job with the lyrics. But this right here. We'll fight. Chasing the sound. Yeah. So like you have this wonderful legato, like descending phrase, and then chasing the sound. Oh, how your song resounds. And you have an opportunity to be really dramatic. And so it's nice to do it straight tone if you have a microphone. But if you're in classical, you would never project over the brass section. So I always get self-conscious. I'm like, do I do it straight tone? Well, it sounds great here, so yeah. Yeah, tenor man. Just shamelessly rip the artistic interpretation of Bajiru. Lovely. Yeah, so now I'm thinking that more fragile was on purpose. As a way of contrasting later on the phrase. Okay. I love that. Oh, very clear accentuating of the notes. So when you do a run, you have to articulate the notes, and there are lots of different ways to do it. In classical, usually the way that you do it is you rapidly tilt your larynx. So, thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. If you look carefully, rod of iron. It takes a lot of getting used to. In pop music, a lot of people like use their jaw, like which is cool. But in opera, that wouldn't really work to give an attack on the vocal folds because how stretched out they are from the tilting of the thyroid cartilage. So this is kind of like when you do classical, almost, there are other ways to do it, but it's one of the few ways. There are not many options because there's not many ways to project over an orchestra, to be fair. So this descend is lovely.
sway my heart. From the start, you shone brighter than heaven's star, even far apart.
I want to hear let her rip on the high notes. Yeah! Oh, you left me wanting. I call it out and you give it to me like a champ. Like a champ. You had me waiting this whole time. Here we go. Give me the drama. Give me the chutzpah. Yeah, Bajiru is how you say it. I don't even know. This is marvelous. This is what I love here. So in modern performance practice, this is highly frowned upon. I love it though, because I listened to a lot of older singers growing up with my dad. So like Benjamin Ogili and like just there was a ton. And Crescendo would do this all the time. Bound to you, like that like slide up is old school, and like 1910s, 1930s, 40s. This was done quite often. And it's so frowned upon now, which is insane to me. Because like Caruso, kind of big deal, kind of amazing. So to bring it back is almost like appropriate for the song, especially now that I know, after talking to Starlight Darrell, that is the aesthetic she was going for. And she went out of her way to bring out that aesthetic. I think your microphone is having a little hard time with the power. Oh, God. Yeah, really good on the high C. So it's actually, depending on the voice, depending on the instrument you're talking about, a high D can actually be a lot more quiet. So Pavarotti talked about this at one point. He said the D is so much more quiet than the C for him. And this is true of a lot of singers. I heard Lawrence Brownlee live. His D's pretty good. It's kind of messed up. It's messed up how good it is. And then I heard him hit like an F5 or something like that, and I was like, that is absolutely just blowing my mind. So there are different types of singers, different types of sound. So the D here doesn't have the same power, but it's a D. It's the D6. Oh, but it's so clean, so clean. That sound is. So this will probably sound louder to you. So you're going to hear like, what? But I'm going to talk about the perception of human hearing in a second. You hear how that darker quality comes in? What makes a high note work and why it's like kind of like a rule of sword, and one of the reasons why C in particular kind of like gets us a little titillated, is it actually has to do with how our ears are tuned. So this right here, compadre.org, this is in decibels. So this is exponential. We don't hear very well down here, and then all of a sudden now we hear very well down here, or up here rather. So lo and behold, this is where like squealo is, but this really starts ticking up right around like 1K, right? So the fundamental frequency of a C6, that fundamental frequency is 1046 hertz, looks like. And then a D6 is 1174 hertz. So when we look back at this graph, that doesn't sound like it's a big bump, right? But look, remember that this is exponential, it's in decimals. So like your D6 here is going to sound significantly louder than the C. and right, like everything before it here, right? So you start to really tip up into this frequency, and that's the fundamental note. Now, what is the overtone of the note? Well, it's the octave up, so it's double the value, right in this range. Now we're talking about this range. So what you're hearing is not only the fundamental, but you're hearing this overtone. And so that's why it sounds like a pung, like it just gets and I do love that we get to experience this. It's not negative. That overtone is going to be much more prominent. And in fact, in the recording of Music Box of Fate with Mouse, I think they might have bumped it just a bit for the audio. I don't know. Whoever did the audio, I think, oh my God, now I do remember. Daryl did the audio, and it was magnificent. Daryl, there's nothing Starlight Dale can't do, apparently. I guess except play piano outside of the key of C, but that's her trying to take herself down a notch. No, she can do like anything. That woman is brilliant. But yeah, so that's why it's like so powerful. And then as she gets to the C, though, you can hear a little bit more of that like meaty sound. So like bing, that's what you're hearing. And then you can hear that more round tone. Oh, lovely, lovely.